celestial beings, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Celeste Simone, and I offer tarot pick a card readings just like this one, as well as other spiritual guidance videos and heart-centered energy healing. Okay, you guys, so we have another week ahead. I can't believe another week has already gone by. It went by super quickly. And as you know, in my last weekly reading, I mentioned that I was giving away a free tarot reading write-up once a week for the month of May. So thank you so much for all of you who entered into my last giveaway. There were so many amazing comments, and I really was so grateful for all the amazing things that you shared about yourself, about how you were able to see the positives in life despite circumstances and overcoming obstacles in your own personal lives. That is just so amazing to me, and I am truly so grateful that you shared those personal details with me on my channel. And I just want to commend each and every one of you for everything that you have been able to overcome and how you have been able to continue on despite setbacks in life. And some of you I know have faced some major challenges, major obstacles in your life, that you are still here, you are still going strong, you're still seeing the positive in everything, and you're still working on manifesting the best life you possibly can by using the law of attraction, by using your own powerful energy. And I just appreciate that I have such amazing subscribers on my channel and that you guys are just killing it right now and sharing in this beautiful energy with me and letting me connect with you. I am just feeling like the luckiest YouTuber right now to have just such amazing community, which is really all I've ever wanted, is to connect with my tribe, connect with my people who are doing the same work as I am, you know, trying to put out positivity into the world, trying to heal the world, trying to heal others, helping each other out, and just being the best possible human being we can. And I know it's not always easy to do that, but I want to just thank you all for doing your part in just making the world a better place. We got this, okay? My other light workers, my other empaths, my healers, all of you guys. This is just an amazing place for me to be, where I can just like connect with you guys. Okay, with that said, I do want to announce the winner for last week's free tarot reading. I will be announcing how to enter into this upcoming week's giveaway for another free tarot reading write-up. That will be for the week of May 10th to May 16th. And you can find out exactly how to enter into that giveaway by watching one of these 4 piles, one of your readings, to the end. And that's where I will announce right at the end of the reading exactly how you can enter to win another free reading. There unfortunately will be only one winner per week, just so that I can give as many free readings as possible to multiple people. So if you have already won a reading, then you will not be eligible to win another one, at least for this round of readings for the month of May. But if I do a future reading giveaway, then you will have the opportunity to do that again. So it won't be the only time you can win a free reading from me. But I figured just because there's only 4 free readings that I'm giving away total, I just wanted to give the maximum number of people the opportunity to win. I do want to mention that each one of the tarot reading winners will be chosen by random, and I will be announcing the winner for my next week's free tarot reading on Saturday, May 16th, when I post my new weekly reading. So you can enter to win this reading up until midnight on Thursday, May 14th. But with that said, I do want to congratulate last week's winner, who is Charmaine Oleas. So I hope I pronounced your name right, Charmaine. Really sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. It's a beautiful name, so I want to make sure that I pronounce it correctly. Please let me know if I did not. But I do want to congratulate you. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you all for participating in last week's reading. Don't forget to participate in this week's so that you can get another chance to win a free reading. But Charmaine, when you are ready, you can go ahead and email me, celestesimone@gmail.com. Let me know further information about you. I do need your email address in order to send you the free reading. So email me and I will get back to you. With that said, let's head on into this upcoming week's reading so you guys can find out what to expect in the upcoming week as far as energy goes. Where are you headed? Where's your energy at? What tweaks do you want to make to your manifestations? If you want to change the energy, if you want to kind of put your focus on something different for the upcoming week, let's find out where you're at right now moving forward. This reading is going to be for the week of May 10th to May 16th. Happy Mother's Day to all my mothers out there, whether it is your human babies or your fur babies or both. Happy Mother's Day to you. Okay, so let's dive on into these piles. I have 4 piles here for you today. I put some extra cards in here because I'm not doing my extended readings for this video, but I did want to make sure that each one of these piles has a lot of good info in it. So we have pile number 1 with a clear quartz crystal on it. Pile number 2 has a celestite stone. Pile number 3 has a fluorite stone on it. And pile number 4 has the amethyst stone. Okay, so with that said, when you are ready, head on down into the description box below. I've posted timestamps there and in the comments as well, so you can find the timestamps to each one of these readings. I will be showing a close-up, as you can see, so that you can take a moment, pause the video if you need to, and see which pile you are drawn to. Which one do you feel energy pulling towards you? Which one catches your eye and holds onto it? Once you find that pile, you could head to the description box, as I mentioned, click on your timestamp, and I will see you over at your reading. Hello, my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 1. I have your pile right here with a clear quartz crystal on it. Okay, so let's dive into your pile. Let's start off with the tarot cards and find out exactly what messages are coming to you for the week of May 10th to May 16th. So what can you expect? All right, let's find out. We have first the 7 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, Knight of Cups, the 6 of Wands. Wow, a lot of wands already. And lastly, we have the 6 of Cups. Okay, I'm seeing at the beginning of the week that you may be in a turmoil of some kind with somebody that you really love and care about. Now, this could be your significant other with the Knight of Cups here I'm seeing in reverse, but I am seeing that there's going to be some new information or something that comes up for you guys that creates somewhat of a conflict at the beginning of the week. But however, what I am seeing kind of moving forward is that you guys are going to be able to work through this and heal. This also may not necessarily be between you and your significant other per se. This may be interpersonal relationships that are maybe already kind of in conflict, or there may be some kind of underlying conflict. And we did just recently have the Scorpio full moon. So what I'm seeing is that that may have stirred up some things for you, the full moon in Scorpio. So now that energy is following you into the next week where you may come into conflict with certain people. Be careful to choose your words wisely and be careful kind of what you say. There's almost going to be maybe a stirring up of some conflict between you and other people or just in your life. I don't see it as being anything major, however, but it is something that you're going to need to work through and heal from in the beginning of the week. So in order to kind of prepare for this, just be careful what you guys say and be careful kind of, you know, what information you are sharing and how you share it, because you don't want there to be any misunderstandings between you and someone else. And it also may be letting you know that there are things under the surface right now that are needing to be discussed. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to be in conflict with someone or to have a difficult conversation with them, as long as you are doing it with the intention of growing and healing from it in the long run. And what I am seeing towards the end of the week with the 6 of Wands and the 6 of Cups is that you are going to be reconnecting with this person in some way. You're going to kind of come out of maybe a difficult interaction or a difficult conversation, actually healing and actually growing and being a little more kind and considerate to each other. You're just going to feel like even that empathy or compassion is being given after this difficult conversation. So if you do find yourself caught up in something at the beginning of the week, just kind of allow it to pass and to move through it. And also just be aware, be very sensitive to what the other person is feeling and going through. Be very careful about what you are saying, and really just check in with yourself. How are you doing? How are you healing and working through these emotions? Because I am seeing with the Knight of Cups as well, there's probably going to be some heavy emotions that you are working through during the beginning of the week. And then by the end of the week, just feeling like you feel like refreshed, you feel renewed, you feel like you're coming out on top and feeling better about the whole thing. And with the Six of Cups as well, somebody is going to be very understanding with you, and they may even kind of offer up some comfort, some empathy and compassion for kind of what you are going through. So I feel like towards the end, it is going to kind of wrap up, and there's going to be some long-term benefits from just kind of sharing this emotion, as long as you are coming from a place of positive intentions and the intention to grow, and not the intention to kind of bring somebody else down per se, but just trying to better understand your relationship. And I feel like it's almost as though your relationship may have been kind of put on hold as far as connecting with them goes, because when you are interacting now or in the past, you may have been feeling as though you weren't able to truly connect with them. It was only superficial, because there was like this underlying conflict or this underlying issue that you weren't able to really discuss. So these things may be coming out of the woodwork for you guys because of the energy of the full moon that is just trying to release all of this. Okay, let's start with the oracle cards next. We have You'll Know in the Morning. When you wake up, you'll have a better idea about what to do. Relax until then. So you may be feeling currently, group one, that you're not really sure how to approach this person, that you're afraid that if you do approach them in some way, that they're going to just react poorly to kind of your thoughts or your opinions about something. So You'll Know in the Morning is coming out to let you know that it's important to rest on some of these emotions, and in some cases it may be better to heal these things within before approaching this person with these issues. So if you don't feel guided to talk these things out just yet, it may just result in conflict, or you may actually, with the Eight of Wands, be needing to hear some further information. You may actually be needing to receive further guidance before you actually approach this other person. And by the end of the week, you're going to be gaining some further clarity and some further understanding. So as I mentioned, just be careful. Don't rush into any kind of confrontation with this person if you can avoid it, because there may be, you may be needing to take a step back. You may be needing to kind of rest on what you need to do next. So definitely take a day at least, to find out in the morning how you're feeling about the whole thing before you react. And especially if this happens, if this whole conflict actually happens in the beginning of the week, don't react right away. So this card is letting you know it's important to pause and really consider the energy, consider how you're feeling about it, and really think about it before you instantly react. Okay, next we have love. The answer that you're seeking is love. So it may be important this week to really rediscover love, either in your relationship with this other person, your relationship with yourself, finding that energy of love, maybe even meditating on it. You may have lost that underlying love for this person. Even if deep down you still do love them, you may have kind of lost that connection with them. It's really about rediscovering love between you two, and also for yourself as well, because you really can't love others until you fully love your true authentic self. So if you're feeling disconnected, if you're feeling that you are kind of not in alignment with love, this is a week where it is important to reconnect with that, especially before you have a confrontation, have a conversation with them. Before you do anything like that, check in with yourself and see if your intentions are coming from a place of love. Okay, group one, next we have healer. You have the power to help and heal others. Okay, group one, so you're my healers. So what I'm sensing that is healing this situation, healing this broken connection, or even within yourself, healing either anger, resentment, frustration with this person. you're going to need to use the power of love. You're going to need to tap into that, because oftentimes as healers, you know, we pick up other things from other people. That energy kind of sits with us unless we are very diligent with ourselves to continue to release and be on top of our energy, be on top of our emotions, and be very present with them. That kind of stuff can build up within us. So healers, you know, take some time for self-care before you speak to this other person, before you connect with them. It's okay to take some time, but when you do feel guided to talk with them, just be sure you're coming from a place of love. That's all you can really do. And you know, whether or not they truly hear what you're trying to say, or they really truly see you for who you are, at some point, you know, that's going to be out of your control. But for your own sake, coming from a place of love is just going to be best for you and for kind of where you go next. You know, is this person going to drift out of your life because they are not in alignment with you and they are not in alignment with love energy? Or are they going to come closer to you and reconnect with you and be understanding with you? You know, the Six of Cups. So depending on what your intentions are, where your energy is at, are you present, you know, with them? Are you present with their energy? And are you healing yourself as well? So just now is the time this week is to take a step back, really kind of consider the relationships in your life and how you want to proceed forward. Do you want to approach them about certain things? Or, you know, do you need some more time to really heal yourself within? Because if somebody is taking your energy, you know, if you're a healer and someone's just kind of taking your energy and they're not respecting you, they may be doing it subconsciously, but if that's kind of their underlying intent to just kind of suck your energy, then they just may not be a good person to be around. And you don't necessarily have to cut them out completely, but maybe until you are ready or you are in a good place, you may need to just kind of take a step back from that relationship, reconsider, you know, regather up your energy, and then move from there. Okay, next we have expectation. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. So you may already be expecting a difficult conversation with this person, but you can change your expectations surrounding this. And even if if the person does just not hear you, it may be out of your control to have the outcome that you want, but just be open. So, you know, you may be assuming that this person is just going to attack you, or you may be assuming that this person is just going to negatively react to you every time, but get your expectations into a place of just being open to something good happening, something positive coming out of this, because I am seeing with the Six of Wands and Six of Cups that the final outcome for the situation this week, at least, is going to be very positive and really uplifting. So with expectations, you know, just put away your expectations of this person even, or this situation in general, even if it's not between you and one other person. If it's just you being kind of in a place of healing, receiving information, getting yourself into maybe an inner conflict, inner turmoil about something or about a decision because you're just kind of expecting the worst, just kind of check what your expectations are of the person or the situation and try to reshape it, you know, in your mind. Try to reshape your expectations of how it's going to turn out. Imagine it turning out exactly the way you want it to. Feel what that would feel like if everything went exactly as you would hope it to. So now is a good week to do that. And as I mentioned, if you need to wait until the morning, then while you are kind of rechecking yourself and going within to figure out what your next step is, make sure you check your expectations as well and see if you can shift the energy into, if you haven't already, into expectations that only positive things will come out of it and that everything will turn out well. Okay, next we have nature. Sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air to remember who you are and where you want to be. Nature is coming through. Healers, as a way to really cleanse yourself, maybe take a walk in nature. Also, I feel like your true your nature is of love energy. You really are trying to bring love to other people. You really do want to heal them and make things better. You really want to heal a relationship or heal a situation that maybe is causing you inner turmoil. So it's not really in your nature to like conflict, I'm sensing, group one. And I can really relate to that. Oftentimes it's like I'd rather just avoid the conflict and move on than just stay in the inner conflict and as well as a conflict with somebody else. It's like I just want to make it better, and that's, as healers, like that's just what we naturally want to do, which is why we often will give our energy freely, because we just want to make the other person feel better a lot of times. But ultimately, with nature, make sure you're taking the self-care to clear yourself of old energies, release those resentments, and take as much time as you really need. But nature is going to be a big help for you during this time. And even this upcoming week, I feel like maybe many of you are going to plan to take a walk in nature or be able to kind of go on a hike or do something that involves being outside and enjoying some of the warmer weather. Okay, next we have integrity. Drop the things that offend your soul. Embrace your truth. It's your life. Let no one live it for you. So as much as you may want to resolve this conflict with somebody else, ultimately it's very important that you don't lose yourself in the process. So integrity is coming through to let you know that this week is all about really being true to yourself, taking time for yourself to be authentic and not, sometimes we want to end conflict, so we just apologize and move on, and we sacrifice ourselves in the process. We just say, whatever, I'm just going to let it go and move on, which is also good. Resolution is good, but if it's at the sake of losing your integrity and not just kind of remaining yourself during the process, you don't want to change who you are just to kind of fit someone else's mold for you. So not only is this week's theme about love, but it really is about alignment, which are kind of the same things, but like self-alignment with your true integrity. And I see it with the final outcome cards here, where we're moving towards the end of the week with the 6 of Wands and 6 of Cups. It's very important for you to really remain in your own integrity during this week, and you're just going to feel so much better. Even if you're not completely able to resolve something, you're going to take a step back and say, hey, you know what, throughout this I remained who I was truly. I had positive intentions. I was only, wanting to bring love to the situation and heal the situation, but I didn't lose myself in the process. And that's really what this week is going to be about for you guys, group one, is even finding a deeper understanding of yourself and a greater awareness of who you are and where you need to really be and put your energy forward in order to remain true to yourself. Ultimately, the people who really align with you and who love you and want you to be who you are will remain, and the people who just are not able to accept you or fit into your life will move away. So it says, say, drop the things that offend your soul. So if you are trying to be somebody who you are not in order to just kind of fit this other person's demands, or if in the past that's how it's been and you finally stood up to that, or you finally just said, I'm just going to be myself, and then this conflict happens and you're like, oh, how do I heal this? Well, don't do it at the expense of your own integrity and authenticity. You don't have to do that this week, okay? As long as you come at it with the intentions for love and the highest good of all who are involved, then there's only so much you can do. You can't convince somebody else to change if they don't want to, or if they don't fit into that. Sometimes there's just incompatibility in relationships, and it doesn't just have to be a romantic relationship. Maybe it is a family member, maybe it is a friend, and you're just finding that you are in a different place, and that doesn't mean that you'll never kind of grow together again. But as long as you speak your truth from a place of love, then either they'll accept it or they won't, but at least you will be true to yourself and your authenticity. Okay, next we have kindred spirits. So there is somebody in your life, or there will be very soon this week, somebody who is your kindred spirit. And I think what you can sense, and I think why this card is coming out as well, is that you can sense the people who are part of your tribe. You will actually be connecting with them soon. So this whole week really is shifting energy so that you can begin to connect with the people who are really going to be part of your tribe moving forward. So you're being more authentically yourself. So that's just going to lead you to connecting with your kindred spirit. So if you already have a kindred spirit, then you're going to be connecting with them even deeper. And to be honest, if this person who you are in conflict with is your kindred spirit, then this whole conflict and discussion, or even interaction of some kind, this is going to lead you to being even deeper connected, and your relationship, your friendship, whatever it may be, is going to be even stronger because you are both being authentic with each other. So that's how you know that a friendship or a relationship of any kind is truly strong and meant to be, is when you can have a conflict and discuss it, be open to each other, and then come out of it even deeper, even stronger, even greater of a connection between the two of you. Okay, so ultimately, yeah, like for many of you, you guys are just growing together and things are only going to get better. Okay, next we have balance. So this week, you are going to be creating better balance in your life. Maybe this person has an important message for you. Maybe they want you to create a better balance, and maybe they are pointing out certain things to you. So just be open to the messages as well that maybe other people are bringing to you during this time, because I am seeing with the Eight of Wands, there's going to be some swift messages coming to you, and they may be triggering at times, but it's important to reflect on those things, that information that is coming to you at the beginning of this week. And even though you may feel like it doesn't resonate with you, just be open, just be open to understanding it a little better and see, because I feel as though with balance, there's something that may be out of alignment for you, and love is going to heal you. That is going to bring you balance again. And I am seeing by the end of the week that somebody else is going to be helping you create balance in your life and offering you that kindness and that energy. However, this week, again, be careful about what you're putting your attention on. Maybe you're focused too much on these conflicts or things that are kind of making you feel some inner turmoil. It's important to balance things out with some fun. Spend some time with people who you love, or interact with them in some way. Maybe give them a call, FaceTime them, interact with them a little bit more this week. Or even maybe it's just a balance between work time and play. You may be overworking yourself, and that may actually be putting things in a different perspective. Be sure not to be too hard on yourself this week, and balance your time with some rest. And lastly, we have union. Wow, you guys, so ultimately the cards are saying that you are going to be creating balance and union this week, either between you and another person, either even with your own integrity. As I mentioned, love is all about alignment. It's also about union. So I feel like you're going to feel very whole this week. You're going to be healing aspects of yourself, coming into further alignment with your true self, even further alignment with other people. You may even be meeting a kindred spirit and uniting with them. That is going to be very comforting and really a resolution for you. I'm also seeing with the Six of Cups, I'm sensing that some of you may actually create a union with someone from your past, an old friend who you connected with, and now you're reconnecting with them once again. They're coming back into your life again. So this is another amazing thing to look forward to this week. This week is just all about really healing, creating balance and union in your life, as well as, and ultimately the theme is love. Balance, union, all of these things come from a loving energy. So this is the energy for your week moving forward, group 1, for May 10th to May 16th. So that is going to do it for this reading. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I'm going to let you know how you can enter to win the free tarot reading write-up, where you can ask me any question and I will send you a write-up of 2 to 4 pages worth of a tarot reading. So in order to enter to win for the week of May 10th to May 16th, it's very simple. All you have to do is first like this video. comment down below and let me know which pile you chose, and also share with us your sun sign. And if you do know it as well, you can share your sun, your moon, and your rising. So let's share with each other our zodiac signs. So just post your sun sign, and then if you also know your moon and your rising sign as well, post that too. But ultimately, all you need is your sun sign in order to be entered into this giveaway as far as the comment goes. Next, be sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can join our family of celestial beings. And last but not least, please head on over to my Instagram at Celestite Tarot. Super easy to find, and just make sure you are following my Instagram if you are not already. I am looking for suggestions as well as what you would like to see more of on my Instagram page, because I'm kind of struggling with content there, and I would be curious what you guys like the most on the Instagram feeds for tarot readers, and just kind of what are your suggestions. I just want to kind of open it up and see, because I am kind of struggling with what to post that you guys would like. I'm not the best at just posting selfies all the time, so let me know your thoughts on that. You don't have to comment some suggestions, but if you do have any, I would really appreciate just kind of reading your thoughts about that. I will be announcing the winner for this reading on May 16th when I post my next weekly reading as usual. So be sure to check out next week's reading to find out if you have won the free tarot reading for this week, for the week of May 10th to May 16th. And that is going to do it for this weekly reading. I truly hope you guys have an amazing week. I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy. I love you all so, so much. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 2. I have your pile right here with the Celestite stone on it. So let's dive in. We're going to start with your tarot cards first. Find out what you can expect for the upcoming week of May 10th to May 16th. All right, let's start off right away. We have the Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and lastly for tarot cards we have the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, you guys, okay, this is going to be a big week for you, a new start really. So you may be beginning a new project, a new career even, but something new is coming your way. You're going to really be kind of kicking it off this week pretty strongly. So I'm seeing there's a lot of pentacles here, and there's even an Ace of Pentacles. So I'm sensing that your energy right now is going to be really focused on receiving material success, financial wealth, and career related. Or I'm seeing for some of you, you may also just be doing some housework, some chores, some errands as well, but things that you are kind of like building some really positive changes in your life. So I'm seeing that even though, you know, they may be simple things this week, it's actually leading towards more prosperity and some greater abundance, some greater wealth and prosperity. Okay, and I'm also seeing with the Ace of Wands, you're going to, maybe if you've been low on energy, you're going to start to feel some energy, some creative energy and motivation really picking up for you this week starting out. So the beginning of this week is for you at the beginning or the start of some really big things. This motivation, even like almost like creativity. So you may just be inspired. Starting out this week, you may be inspired to start something new, or you have some ideas about starting some new things. Now, it could be other things too, not just your career or finances. It could also be maybe working out. Maybe you're starting some fitness goals at the beginning of this week, and you're having the energy to kind of get motivated and start those things. You could also be maybe just starting a little project in your house, or even getting motivated to get organized and focused. But ultimately, I'm sensing the energy is being put out there for you to start manifesting some really physical, material success and results in your life right now. I'm also seeing with the Knight of Pentacles, you know, you are focused. You are getting yourself in order. You're like you group 2, maybe you can sense the energy shifting as well, where we're shifting from this energy of kind of just being sedentary and being stuck at home to realizing that there's going to be an end, even though it may not be, you know, it may not be back to normal again, and certainly not this week for most of us. I'm thinking maybe for all of us even, you know, it's not gonna be back to normal, but this week you're gonna be like, hey, you know what? You're going to find that new motivation. You're going to realize that this isn't going to last forever, and you're going to want to start doing. You're going to want to start building or making something. And again, this could even just be rebuilding your body back up, getting some fitness, getting outside and doing some work outside. So this energy for this week is a really positive and outgoing energy that just wants to, you're going to just want to kind of get up and do some things that maybe you've been putting on hold, which totally fine. We've all been doing that. Maybe you felt like you were procrastinating for a while. But ultimately, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to sit down and plan things out, or you're going to already be, you know, by the end of the week doing. You're going to already be by the end of the week, like actually working and putting in that energy into this. Now, these are all in reverse, so I almost feel like, the full potential of these cards will not even come out this week. So this is just the start. So just recognize that if you feel like you end up by the end of this upcoming week, you're like, well, I didn't get everything I wanted to get done. Just know that this energy is actually probably going to follow you throughout the month of May leading forward, because I am seeing with the Emperor, this is a major arcana card. It's in reverse, but it has powerful long-term energy behind it. So I do feel like these are the beginnings this week of some really bigger goals, life goals being achieved and being started. So you may start them this week, but these are long-term goals that essentially the energy is going to help you to reach those. So you're just kind of picking up on this energy starting out this week. Okay, next I have light. See the light within yourself and everyone else. So I'm going to put light right over your Ace of Wands, because the Wands energy is the fire energy. So I do feel that light is coming through to let you know, like, you're going to feel a spark of inspiration. I feel like you may have a new idea or a new passion, like a creative, intuitive idea that comes to you. It's going to be like, oh, I see a light at the end of the tunnel kind of energy, where you're like, this is what I really want to do. I'm gonna start working on it. And maybe you already have this idea in mind, but it's going to come, you know, you're going to regain some clarity surrounding it, so that you kind of know, okay, these are the steps I'm planning to take to actually do this. You know, you're gonna realize some more information, more things are going to come to light for you in this week, where you're going to be able to say, okay, this is my plan. This is how I'm going to start really working on it with the Eight of Pentacles. This is the diligent energy to focus, to really get things done. So if you've been, you know, feeling maybe like you're lacking the motivation, that is going to be coming this week for you, group 2. Okay, next we have decide. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. This week is about deciding. So I do sense at the beginning of the week, you may start to kind of come up with ideas, and then you're going to make some decisions. So this week is really for you about action. And I do see between the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, this is intuitive action. This is coming from a higher energy, a higher source. So when you make this decision and decide to get started and take these actions, they are coming from a really positive place. Okay, next we have pets. You love and understand animals. So maybe some of the work you're doing this week is going to be related to your pets. Maybe some of you are planning to adopt a pet or foster a pet of some kind. But I am sensing getting outside too with this energy as well. Like getting outside with your pets or being amongst animals and just starting to work on some things. But you're going to feel inspired by nature as well, I'm sensing. So your pets may be involved. I feel like some of you may be doing a project that's like for your pets, like an outdoor pen or something like that. But as I mentioned, these little projects are going to lead to further motivation and action. You're going to gain confidence from doing these things, either from building something or from physically just kind of getting out there. Even if you are exercising, you may choose to run with your pets for some of you. But I feel like they come hand in hand for you in your life coming up this week, where you're working on something or doing something, and they're almost going to be your biggest motivators, and they're going to be kind of like comforting you this week and there for you. I also want to note that you guys should really pay attention to some animals, because some spirit animals are going to come to you this week. You may notice an animal kind of out of place, like catches your eye in the woods, or like in a picture or an image, or you just see an animal coming up for you over and over again. So you may want to think or take a look at that deeper and see what information, what messages are they trying to tell you, these animals that are showing up for you. Do you have a spirit animal who's trying to make contact with you? Be sure that you are aware of this in the week ahead. Okay, next we have journey. Focus on how far you have come, not how far you have to go. You will find help in unexpected places. So the universe is conspiring to help you on your journey right now, group 2. And I'm sensing with journey just this energy of movement and nature. There's a lot of green energy here. So that is heart-centered energy, but I'm also sensing that not only is it really the heart-centered energy of your heart chakra, but I'm sensing this connection with nature and getting outside this week. So again, you may find that working outside is going to inspire you. And this could be, I get fitness, I get really just kind of like being active this week and feeling energy within yourself, like the movement energy, just wanting the need to like move and do something and create this week. So I'm definitely feeling this energy with you guys. So look forward to really being inspired and motivated to get going and get started on something new. You're going to start some kind of new project. Okay, next we have healing. Bless all in need of healing, hope, and love. Spirit grants us strength and wisdom. Guide us to the path of wellness. Wellness really stood out too, physical wellness. I'm seeing that the activity, being able to do something and work on something that you're passionate about and that you're skilled at, you're going to feel better. It's actually going to be very healing mentally and emotionally for you to get outside, to get some sun, even to play with your pets outside and be in nature. So I feel that this get up and go energy that you're going to have for this week is just going to heal you in many aspects. So the movement, maybe because you've been kind of stuck inside, you've been feeling down or drained. I mentioned you may also have been just kind of feeling unmotivated or lacking, energy to do something. So this week is going to be healing for you by the fact that you are getting out, by the fact that you are moving and exercising for some of you, and also for some of you just kind of working on something that you're passionate about. Okay, and next we have love. Wow, this is very interesting. Okay, listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1 million reasons to love. So the previous reading also got love, and I feel like this energy for the week ahead, I feel as though there's almost like a global level of love happening right now, where we may have released a lot for this past full moon as a collective. And I think the love card is coming up again, and healing as well was a big part of the previous reading. But I feel like you guys are connected, because I sense that for many of you, you may have just kind of gotten out of a difficult time even. I'm sensing that because we have these 2 aces, that you are starting fresh, starting new this week after having kind of been drained or in a low place. So for some of you, this week is going to be a happy and welcome change to your lower energy vibrations, where you're just kind of like healing, releasing with the full moon, as many of us were. And it's going to start turning around for you because you really had to let go. I feel like you did also shed some old energy and through that full moon. And now with the aces, it's like, hey, we're starting new. You're shifting into a new cycle, even of basically of a new cycle of action and taking steps forward. And love also comes through with some green heart-centered energy. So sending the love to you right now, you guys. Oh my goodness. And also, I just feel this deeper connection right now, of a deeper connection for all of us, all of you guys watching this video. I'm just gonna send you all love energy right now. I feel like we are connected at that level, at this deeper level, and healing. I feel like even in the previous reading, I think many of you guys are healers who are watching my videos, and you guys are healers, and the love energy right now, we need to heal the world. I'm getting a ringing in my ears. I feel like this is some spirit guidance right now, is that it's important for me to share the message with you guys that your love energy is healing the planet right now. Okay, you guys came here for a reason. You came to this video for a specific purpose. There's a lot of other messages. I still have more, but one of the biggest messages right now for all of us is the importance of holding that space of love for everyone, for the world. So for you, the love energy is going to exude from you this week through the actions you are taking. You're going to be in alignment with this love energy, okay? And this is what is healing us right now. This is what is healing the world at this deep energetic level. Okay, all right, let's head on to the final oracle cards. We have power. You're coming into your power this week. Yes, you have healing power as well. You know, you are a strong individual, and I feel like, again, I'm sensing that you're coming out of a place of maybe low energy and moving into a place of really strong power, where you're going to be very creative and you're going to be taking a lot of actions as well. So this week is all about finding your inner power, your inner strength, moving forward and really starting to create with that power that you have within yourself. You're going to be manifesting some bigger, stronger things moving forward by doing some of the actions, taking some of the steps, making some of the decisions of this week. Verse 2. Okay, next we have abundance. Yeah, your reading has a ton of pentacles in it, and also the Emperor card. So a lot of abundance and really long-lasting abundance. So you're creating foundation in your life moving forward. This isn't going to be like a one-off. This is you constructing a life of abundance for you moving forward. And last but not least, we have innocence. Wow, what a unique card for your reading. But innocence is coming as pets, I feel like, and love and healing. So I feel like for many of you guys, you are healing your innocence. You maybe have gotten past that point in your life where you were releasing some old childhood wounds and healing them with love. So group 2, I sense that you are innocent. I sense that you are healers. I sense that you are very high vibrational light beings, even almost as though your souls are new to this planet and you are still learning, you know, how to integrate with earth energy. But I am sensing that that is probably why you have such a deep connection with animals as well. But ultimately, that message is really coming as a one-off to confirm that, you know, you are healers. You are new souls to this planet. Some of you, I feel like you are not. If you are light workers, you may be rainbow children, you may be crystal children, where you are kind of new souls to this planet. So you're here to really bring that love energy and also that pure innocence, that openness even to accepting the universe, accepting others, and not being judgmental or harsh on them, being very empathetic to them. So, wow, you guys, group 2, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope this was helpful for you moving forward into the week of May 10th to May 16th. I hope you guys have an awesome week. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I'm going to let you know how you can enter to win the free tarot reading write-up, where you can ask me any question and I will send you a write-up of 2 to 4 pages worth of a tarot reading. So in order to enter to win for the week of May 10th to May 16th, it's very simple. All you have to do is first like this video, comment down below and let me know which pile you chose, and also share with us your sun sign. And if you do know it as well, you can share your sun, your moon, and your rising. So let's share with each other our zodiac signs. So just post your sun sign, and then if you also know your moon and your rising sign as well, post that too. But ultimately, all you need is your sun sign in order to be entered into this giveaway as far as the comment goes. Next, be sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can join our family of celestial beings. And last but not least, please head on over to my Instagram at Celestite Tarot. Super easy to find, and just make sure you are following my Instagram if you are not already. I am looking for suggestions as well as what you would like to see more of on my Instagram page, because I'm kind of struggling with content there, and I would be curious what you guys like the most on the Instagram feeds for tarot readers, and just kind of what are your suggestions. I just want to kind of open it up and see, because I am kind of struggling with what to post that you guys would like. I'm not the best at just posting selfies all the time, so let me know your thoughts on that. You don't have to comment some suggestions, but if you do have any, I would really appreciate just kind of reading your thoughts about that. I will be announcing the winner for this reading on May 16th when I post my next weekly reading as usual. So be sure to check out next week's reading to find out if you have won the free tarot reading for this week, for the week of May 10th to May 16th. And that is going to do it for this weekly reading. I truly hope you guys have an amazing week. Thank you again for watching and taking the time to connect with me. I appreciate it so much. I hope you guys are all staying happy, healthy, safe. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 3. I have your pile right here with the fluorite stone on it. So let's head on into this pile. Let's find out what messages we have for you going into the week of May 10th to May 16th. I'm super excited to discover, to learn, to find out what you can expect for this week. Okay, so let's start with the tarot cards. We have King of Wands. We have the 5 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the Devil card, and finally, for tarot cards, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so starting off this week, you have a lot of powerful fire energy. There's the King of Wands, the 5 of Wands, as well as the 9 of Wands. Now, I do sense that you guys are really working hard on creating something. Now, I see that you may be very aware of some competition in the beginning of this week, but you have the energy of the King of Wands backing you. So it must feel like you're going to be really inspired to compete for whatever it is that you are looking to create, whatever goals you have for yourself. You are really fired up and ready to take this on. You've got the creative energy behind you, the motivation. You're really passionate about this, and you're kind of like ready to take on the world, take on whatever obstacles come to you the beginning of this week, so that you can conquer this. Now, I also see that there may be competition that you're kind of butting heads with at the beginning of this week, where you kind of feel like things are coming at you from all different directions, but you're very motivated to kind of overcome these obstacles. And I almost sense that you may be expending a lot of energy, but really the beginning of this week, there's nothing really negative or anything bad that's going to come about of the competition. But what I am seeing, you guys, is that I'm seeing that with the 9 of Wands in reverse and the Devil card, is that ultimately you're worried that you're not seeing enough results. I can tell that the energy in the middle of the week, you're going to feel like, where are the results that I have been waiting for, that I have been working on? Ultimately, it's almost as though you will beat out the competition. Like, you're going to come out on top, or you're just going to be doing really well and being really successful, and you're noticing like, hey, I'm doing better than these people, or I'm doing better than, you know, my competition. Like, I'm actually doing really well. I'm actually moving forward. But the results that you are looking for with the 9 of Wands, they're coming to you slower. So slower than you would have wanted them to. So it's really important to be patient during this week. Don't get too bogged down by not getting to where you want to go as fast as somebody else, or not reaching all of your goals this week, or feeling as though like you almost feel maybe like you've been killing yourself and trying to do really well and working really hard on something and beating yourself up to be the best, and then you're not seeing the result as quickly as you want. And I'm seeing with the Devil card that you just kind of have some blockages in that sense, where you maybe comparing yourself a little too much to other people in certain ways and really looking for the results. So if you're really searching, like if you really are constantly, checking every day, seeing how you're doing, focus so much on the results and not seeing them as quickly as you want them, then you may be actually blocking yourself from receiving. Okay, now this just may be a passing glance the middle of this week, because by the end of the week, you are going to start seeing some really good results. So you may have a few days where you feel like, why aren't I getting as much as I want to get out of this situation after doing so well, after pushing myself so hard, after all my motivation and hard work. And ultimately, at the end of the week, I do see a lot of this paying off for you in great ways. However, because the Devil card is a major arcana card, if you don't start working on these kind of thought processes, if you aren't becoming aware of the shadow work that kind of needs to be done, where you think about kind of what are your intentions, or also think about with the Devil card, just, are you your own worst enemy because you are almost like comparing yourself to other people so often, or you're very judgmental of yourself? It's important to deal with this now in the week ahead so that later on you don't have to have these blockages coming up again. Because I'm seeing group 3, if you aren't taking the time now to really reflect on some of the things that are causing you stress or causing you anxiety now, you may find that this energy comes up again later on. So you don't want to be a slave to your work. You don't want to be tied up in always trying to be better, always trying to reach this kind of external goal, and not really reflecting on the fact that you're great now, that you can be happy right now in the moment. And even though there's nothing wrong, and certainly it is a very positive quality to have motivation and to have that creative inspiration and passion for something, because I see that you are very strongly invested in what you are doing, which is amazing. The cards are just acknowledging that it is important to be careful not to solely focus on always doing better, always beating out the next person, and then constantly looking for the results, because you may exhaust yourself, you may tire yourself down, you may also feel like you are just trapped by those emotions because you feel like you can never reach your goals. You feel like you are always working towards something bigger and better. And it is important to take a step back and be present and remain mindful of where you are at right now so that you can be happy right now. And that is also a part of manifestation. It is very important to be present and to be grateful for what you have in the present moment in order for you to manifest more. And no shade, because, part of being successful, you feel like you are constantly wanting to get better and do better and perfect, your skills, perfect your business or whatever you're working towards. So that is a really great energy to have, but it can go both ways. So it's important to have balance and, remain mindful of the present and not constantly be searching for the results, because you'll always then come up short. Because if you're always trying to find the results of your hard work, then you will forever be kind of pushing that into the future and never be present with what you have right now. I also do want to stress that the Devil card is not a bad card. The Devil card connects us with our humanity, with our human desires and human goals that can either help us or hinder us. So the balance here is what is really important. It's not necessarily that there's like this negative side to you or bad part of this reading. It's not that at all. It's just these messages are just coming through to let you know and remind you, hey, there's a healthy balance between, wanting more, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. It is a human trait to really want more and to constantly want to grow and expand. But also you don't want to be trapped by that, and you don't want that to control you either. So really, the Devil is coming through just to remind you of balance. None of the cards are bad. The universe is neither good nor bad. Thinking makes it so. So ultimately, it's really about balance within yourself and recognizing how to maintain that by staying present and being mindful. Okay, let's head on into the Oracle cards next. Worth waiting for. Guys, this is what I'm saying. So ultimately, things are going to be slower as far as the results go that you're waiting to hear back on. But ultimately the cards want you to know, hey, what you have done, all the work that you've put into this, the results are going to be worth waiting for. So you are working towards some great things. And I'm seeing by the end of the week too, certain things that you have been waiting for are going to come back to you with the King of Pentacles. So you are going to see some results by the end of this week. It says your patience will be rewarded. And I did mention that patience was a very big theme of this week, and being patient and just allowing things to come to you, being present and knowing that, you know, the results are going to come. It's going to be really great and positive. Your hard work is going to pay off, but patience right now is going to be needed for this week. Okay, next we have one step at a time, you guys. Lots of little steps make big dreams come true. You guys have been taking those little steps towards your goal, but if you are hoping for a leap or a bound this week, this is not going to be the case. This week is going to be small steps. Check in with yourself, you know, do some inner shadow work that you need to do, some healing, some inner focus this week where you just kind of reflect on how far you have come, what steps you have made, and the results will follow. Okay, next group 3, love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. The message I'm receiving from this card for many of you is that you may be trying to prove something. You know, you're working really hard, you're doing things really well, you're doing great. But if you are trying to prove something either to yourself, to your parents, it is important to know that you are perfect just as you are. You were born into this life to simply be yourself. So ultimately, you are not going to find more love by achieving more, by obtaining more things. It's important to find the love within yourself now. Your parents love you the way that they can, the best way that they can. And so ultimately, you need to give yourself some of this love. So it is important that you also allow yourself to receive love and to give yourself that love. It doesn't mean that you have to do everything by yourself necessarily, but in order to allow people into your life and attract people into your life who are going to love you for who you are right now and not what you obtain in the future, it's important to accept yourself for who you are right now and believe that you are worthy of that love right now. So maybe in the past your parents were very conditional with their love, and so you felt like you had to achieve something in order to be loved. But essentially this card is coming through so that many of you know this week it's important to reflect on who you are right now and why you are deserving of all of this greatness. You know, you could still receive all this material abundance, and you can receive it a lot easier and more in flow with nature, more in flow with the universe, once you believe that you are deserving of it right now, that there's nothing in the future that is going to make you any more perfect than you are right now. Okay, let's continue on with these oracle cards. We have cycles. We are all becoming. Surrender to your changes. Release your fear. Trust this powerful process. With the Devil card here, I am sensing that you're going through a cycle where you are sensing this blockage because the Nine of Wands is in reverse, I'm seeing. So I feel like you're going through a cycle where you're almost receiving. You are definitely receiving with the Pentacles here. You are receiving again some material wealth, but it does come with some shadow work this week. So the results are coming by the end of this week. It is going to take some shadow work, some reflection in order to receive. But this is going to be a really big key for you this week, is really reflecting on the deserving aspect of receiving. So the cycle you're going through is actually going to shift into receiving by the end of this week. The beginning of this week, I'm seeing that a lot of you are really putting out that energy. You, again, there may be somebody who you're competing against in some way, or you're almost like beating out the competition. So the cycle of this week is actually going to be shifting into receiving. So just be sure that you are aware and open to receiving this abundance at the end of the week. Next, we have Quest. Be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. I'm sensing with you, group 3, that you have a really amazing passion and motivation, and you're almost on a very big Quest, the universe almost has brought you here to do a lot, to really take some major actions in your life and to go on a big journey as part of your life purpose. So with Quest, I'm just seeing that you are this bold and brave person. You are getting out there, you're putting yourself out there, and these are all really admirable qualities, and I just can tell that like you guys are going places. I feel like you are the type who are really entrepreneurs, who are really putting yourself out there, even maybe even in the public eye in some cases, where you are expressing yourself in some big ways, group 3. So with Quest, I'm just getting this really big movement for you guys, and also just big expression for you, and how you will actually be doing a lot. And your life purpose, I am sensing, is to really be a big personality and someone who inspires other people to also be motivated. You have a lot of really great energy, group 3. Okay, so next we have flexibility. Gently flow through the turbulence. Life has the ability to shape you. Bend, don't break. I don't see you guys, group 3, as the type to break under pressure. However, I do feel like this week it is important to just kind of relax and go with the flow of things. So again, as I mentioned, if you're not seeing the results of something as quickly as you would have liked, rest assured that it is still coming to you, and towards the end of the week you will start to see the results of this. You will start to begin working hard again and putting more energy in, but be sure to go with the flow, relax your energy again, and be present, as I mentioned earlier, with kind of just being self-aware of what you are thinking about, what you're putting your focus on. It may be a time to just kind of relax your energy and just kind of allow these things to be received in your life. And we saw with cycles as well that you're shifting into a cycle of receiving. So openness is going to be a big part of receiving this week. Next, we have trust. Definitely trust in the process, and don't get caught up in maybe what you haven't achieved yet. It's really important, as we saw with one step at a time and worth waiting for. It's really important right now to just trust in the process and know that everything is coming to you in divine timing. So just rest assured that all of your hard work is not going to be in vain. Just trust in the process and know that things are just slowing down this week a little bit, but it is going to start picking up again. Okay, next we have Guardian Angel. As I mentioned, and this card is coming out right above Quest. So as I mentioned before, you guys have some big destiny, and I do sense that you have a guardian angel watching over you, making sure that you remain focused and on your path. And when you have doubts, or when you get insecure about certain things, or you maybe feel like, again, like things are not coming together as quickly as you would like, this guardian angel steps in and helps you to regain your motivation. And I am just sensing like a lot of big support for you in what you are doing and where you are going in your life. I also sense with Quest that many of you enjoy a good adventure and traveling, and I just feel like you're just going to be out there in the world, meeting a lot of people and going to a lot of different places and taking like just a lot of really fun adventures and experiences just kind of like coming to you. Okay, and last but not least, we have patience. Wow, you guys, patience is coming through as the final card to round out this amazing reading. And I'm definitely getting the chills, you guys, because I definitely saw throughout this reading that patience is a big theme for this week. So I have the chills. Okay. Yeah, so just relax your energy this week. Don't worry. Don't get caught up in even the competition of other people. Like, don't get caught up in what other people are doing and how far they are getting this week. This week is not about that for you guys. This is really about waiting, being patient, taking things one step at a time, and knowing that you're going to achieve your big dreams, you know, one step at a time, but you are going to be achieving your big dreams by the end of this week. These are going to start coming in for you. Once again, you're going to start feeling the flow of things coming back, and it won't be so hard. You may have felt like you've had to like exert yourself trying to beat out the competition, as I mentioned earlier, like trying to overcome certain obstacles at the beginning of this week, and then you're like, well, where are the results? Where are the results? And you're going to feel a bit impatient. So just be sure to maintain your flow, your flexibility with what's coming to you. Trust. Ask your guardian angel for some help. Ask them to help you through this week when you are feeling like, where are the results? And just be patient, and everything will just work out in divine timing. Okay, that's going to do it for your reading, group 3, for the week of May 10th to May 16th. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I'm going to let you know how you can enter to win the free tarot reading write-up, where you can ask me any question and I will send you a write-up of 2 to 4 pages worth of a tarot reading. So in order to enter to win for the week of May 10th to May 16th, it's very simple. All you have to do is first like this video, comment down below and let me know which pile you chose, and also share with us your sun sign. And if you do know it as well, you can share your sun, your moon, and your rising. So let's share with each other our zodiac signs. So just post your sun sign, and then if you also know your moon and your rising sign as well, post that too. But ultimately, all you need is your sun sign in order to be entered into this giveaway as far as the comment goes. Next, be sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can join our family of celestial beings. And last but not least, please head on over to my Instagram at Celestite Tarot. Super easy to find, and just make sure you are following my Instagram if you are not already. I am looking for suggestions as well as what you would like to see more of on my Instagram page, because I'm kind of struggling with content there, and I would be curious what you guys like the most on the Instagram feeds for tarot readers, and just kind of what are your suggestions. I just want to kind of open it up and see, because I am kind of struggling with what to post that you guys would like. I'm not the best at just posting selfies all the time, so let me know your thoughts on that. You don't have to comment some suggestions, but if you do have any, I would really appreciate just kind of reading your thoughts about that. I will be announcing the winner for this reading on May 16th when I post my next weekly reading as usual. So be sure to check out next week's reading to find out if you have won the free tarot reading for this week, for the week of May 10th to May 16th. Okay, you guys, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 4. I have your pile right here with the amethyst stone still on it. So let's just dive in. Let's find out what you can expect for the week of May 10th to May 16th. We have 2 of Swords, the Hierophant, the 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and finally we do have the 9 of Swords. Okay, group 4, I am seeing that certain things may have been affecting you lately. I'm seeing that starting off the week, you may be a bit kind of held down or feeling just kind of trapped in either the everyday routine or just kind of stuck in conforming to something that you are just not, you no longer want to be stuck in. Now, for many of you, you may be in isolation right now, and I can see how that would have a really difficult effect on many of you guys, and I myself understand that completely. It can be very difficult, you know, knowing that all these things are happening in the world and also feeling like maybe you can't do much about it, but also that it is causing you to be stuck at home or even just worrying about family, friends, etc. So I do see at the beginning of this week that you may also be kind of torn or stuck between decisions. Maybe you are choosing between kind of 2 different decisions that you're just kind of unsure of where to go next. You may also be weighing the pros and cons of the situation and just not really sure kind of what decision to make. I also sense that the decision that you are making this upcoming week, you may feel like you kind of have to make a certain decision because it's maybe what you are expected to do, what your family maybe expects you to do. But at the same time, you almost are kind of leaning towards not feeling that that is best for you, but yet it is almost like the traditional thing to do or the expected thing to do. I'm seeing with the 7 of Pentacles, really almost wanting to work or change up what you are doing and working on something different, something that you feel passionate about, but being unable to this week starting off. And this may be just because almost like you're indecisive about what to do next, what to put your energy towards, because you don't want to break out of the tradition or even just like what you are used to. So there may be something that you are used to doing a certain way. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's just kind of like your own personal interests or even who you are. You don't want to break free of that. It could even be your spiritual beliefs, your religion. Maybe you're breaking free of certain things or you're questioning certain things about your life right now and you're just not sure how to move forward, how to take the next step. Now, what I am seeing as well for this week is that you guys are going to be celebrating or coming together with other people about something or for something. Maybe you are still social distancing, but you're able to see certain people and you are having something come up this week that is worth celebrating. So maybe further on into the end of the week. So this could also mean that you are actually finding yourself making a decision, finding a resolution to something that has been kind of weighing on you moving into this week and towards the beginning of this week. So there are some really positive times and things to look forward to in the mid to the end of this upcoming week. So I do want to stress that be sure to hold on to that energy and focus on the positive things, focus on kind of what you do still have. And even though I'm sure you are still kind of by the end of this week still trying to figure out your best decision, I'm sensing that these positive emotions, these happy times that are coming to you, it's almost reminding you intuitively really what you want in life and what you feel like is the right thing for you. Even if you're conflicted currently about actually making the change, you're going to receive confirmations of the universe letting you know, hey, this is actually what you really enjoy. This is where you are at your happiest. And ultimately, this may be difficult to accept, the change or the decisions that you need to make in order to lead your best life. It's going to be difficult to accept, I'm seeing with the 9 of Swords, but ultimately, you're going to kind of feel better about finally making a decision, no longer feeling stuck by the end of the week, even if it is a difficult shift to make or change to make within yourself even. It's going to be for the best if you're moving towards what you intuitively sense to be the right thing for you, the thing that is going to make you happy. And even it could be even the people or the person who is going to make you the most happy, who you want to be with, who you want to commit to, and also even what you want to commit your time to. You're really questioning those things this week, and you are going to kind of come to a resolution, even though it may be difficult to accept. It's going to at least resolve some of this kind of like feeling of being stuck up until this point. Okay, next for oracles, we have change. The changes you're going through are positive. So this week you really are going to be facing some changes, some shifts in maybe what you're pursuing, because even though you are going to start off the week feeling a bit stuck or even just kind of trying to figure out and go through in your mind like what are the pros and cons, like what is the best decision for you, ultimately you're going to accept the change moving forward. Even though it can be difficult, it's important, as I mentioned, to know that this is going to be a change for the positive. Okay, next we have grandparent. You have a special bond with a grandparent that can never be broken. I wonder if some of you maybe are not wanting to kind of let your grandparents down by breaking out of this tradition or doing something that may be not what they are accepting of. But also some of you have some ancestors who have passed on, who are just kind of contacting you right now and letting you know that they are supporting you during this time. They also want you to know that even though you may not be doing what is expected of you, as far as maybe your work goes, or as far as like your home, your house and home goes, or religion or spiritual beliefs or things like that, there's ancestors who you are helping to heal and to inspire, and they are acting as guardians to you right now. So you may be healing actual ancestral wounds, ancestral pain by making these shifts and being your authentic self really, and coming into alignment with what you truly are happy about, what you feel like is worth celebrating in your life. Okay, next we have try something new. You'll only know that you can do something if you try. I do sense that some of you are going to be trying something new this week, and you're going to realize like this is really what your heart has been calling you to do. So for some of you, you may already know what you want to try. Some of you will just kind of try it and see that this really makes you happy. And even though there's almost like a bittersweetness to this, because you may be feeling the loss of like moving on from something different, or even a different person perhaps, or maybe you're sensing some judgment from people who just don't understand why you want to do something new and why you want to change things up in your life. But you have to follow your own inner guidance. And I am seeing with this card, try something new. You're not going to know that you enjoy it or that it really is what you want until you try it. And that may be where you are kind of stuck, where you're like, I'm not really sure what I want to do. But ultimately this week is going to lead you into just trying something that is really going to let you know like, hey, this is something that you would enjoy doing, more so than maybe what you have been kind of stuck doing previously, or even just kind of stuck doing at the beginning of this week. Okay, let's keep going. We have sanctuary. Embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you. Renew yourself and thrive. I am sensing that by the end of this week, you will continue to need some inner sanctuary, some time alone to heal and to process everything that you are learning about yourself. And as well as at the beginning of this week, when you are really trying to figure out the best decision for yourself and weighing your options. So be sure to take some time out for self-care, to journal, to meditate, to think about what is going to be best for you. Really feel like your inner sanctuary is calling to you and wants you to connect with it, to receive the messages that it wants to really tell you. And this could lead to being inspired to try something new. So your inner sanctuary wants you to really trust in it, because it may be trying to tell you, hey, like you're unhappy doing what you're currently doing. And the unhappiness there is causing you to lose motivation. But you do have passions, you do have something that you are interested in, and it's important to pursue those things. It's like trying to let you know, it's trying to call to you and get your attention this week especially. Okay, next we have mercy. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you also receive. Be easy on yourself. It may be really difficult for you to kind of break out of the norm for you, like the normal routine or kind of what you always have been doing previously. You may be making some really major changes in your life, and it's really important to be kind and compassionate to yourself. I also sense that you will receive mercy from other people, that other people will kind of, who understand what you're going through, are going to be compassionate. And I am seeing with grandparent as well. You may have a grandparent who really is understanding and is going to be very forgiving or compassionate and empathetic to your situation. So they may be the person you kind of go to for comfort this week, to help you through this and help you as you are going through this big change in your life this week. Okay, next we have humor. Laugh at yourself, lighten your heart, let nothing steal your happiness. There is going to be some celebration this week. There is going to be some humor. This energy is still here. It may even come from being with other people, from spending some time with people who you love. So this energy of the Four of Wands is coming through to say, hey, like it is not all, you are not in a bad place. You're just kind of in a place where you are shifting, where you are changing, finding new things about yourself, finding new things about your interests, your goals, and what you want to do in life. So be sure to integrate some humor, maybe watch a funny movie or do something fun, maybe even enjoy some of the sunshine if you have some by you this week. Hopefully you're going to have some time to be able to go outside and just kind of lighten your heart, find some happiness. And I do sense also like in the long run, the changes that you are experiencing right now are going to lead to further happiness. Okay, so there may be people around you too, I'm sensing, who are trying to steal this happiness from you, and it's important not to allow that to happen. You deserve the happiness that you are feeling because you have earned it. And so the happiness that is coming through here, don't let other people kind of bring you down towards the end of this week. They may try to like bring you down because they're a little envious of you being so happy about something or celebrating something. So Unfortunately, if that's where they are at, that we're just going to send them love and be sure to not let them infect your happiness and all the cool things that you're excited about moving forward. All the things that you're manifesting in your life, all the things that are new, and also the fact that you are breaking free from some old patterns with the Hierophant energy. So all of these things could be kind of like growing pains that you're experiencing this week, but there's also happiness, there's also positivity in the idea that you're like trying something new and that you're breaking free from your old patterns and the things that just were not fulfilling in your life previously. Okay, next we have faith. So some of you may be actually reconsidering your faith, actually. I mentioned earlier that religion may come into play here with your spirituality, your faith, but ultimately this week, definitely have faith in the process. Have faith that you are doing the right thing, that the changes that are happening for you and what you are kind of considering, the choices you are making. Have faith that this is all part of the divine plan, that you are moving towards something even better. I feel like you're growing, you're gaining more awareness of your true self. You're no longer willing to just kind of do the status quo or be unhappy and but keep doing it anyway. This is part of the process. So just have faith that things will work out in the end. Even though this week may be a bit tough towards the end, again, there's still happy times ahead. And I do sense that this energy will be reaching you this week. This happy, humorous energy, light, carefree energy is going to come in for you this week, if only to ensure you that you are on the right track. It's going to confirm to you like, hey, this is what you enjoy doing. This is what brings you joy. This is what you love. Keep doing that, and you're going to really break free from some of these old patterns, or even maybe an old religion, again, that you kind of feel like is no longer serving you. So you are kind of changing and shifting your beliefs this week. Okay, next we have reflection. Yes, reflecting on who you really are, going within, journeying into your inner sanctuary, taking time to just listen to yourself, finding solitude, and then trying something new. This week is a week of reflection, going within, especially in the beginning of the week where, again, I mentioned you kind of considering the pros and the cons, considering all sides and aspects and perspectives of what you are doing and how you want to move forward. Where you want to put your energy with the Seven of Pentacles. What do you want to see grow? What do you want to focus on moving forward? And what is going to be best for you? So this is a time for reflection to really find out what you truly want and what is going to make you happy moving forward. And last but not least, group 4, we have expression. So you're going to find a new way to express yourself that is more authentic. And the Four of Wands energy I'm sensing, again, this is creative, fiery energy. I feel like your new expression, your new form of expression is going to bring you so much happiness and joy that you're just going to be like, I can't be this other person anymore. I've changed. I'm different. I want new things in life. I have new focuses, and that's okay that in the past you did something different. It just means that you're changing, you're growing, you're shifting. You want to express yourself in new ways. And I'm seeing with the Seven of Pentacles too, that this is what is under consideration. It's like, how do you want to express yourself? What kind of work or what kind of creativity do you want to express in the world, and what do you want to make of it? What do you want to grow from this expression? Who are you truly? So the reflection this week is all going to lead to you expressing yourself in a new and beautiful way. And I also see at the end of this week, releasing a lot of those emotions, releasing a lot of that old pain or energy or any kind of blockages. You're releasing those things and just feeling like that would be a really great time actually towards the end of the week to really start expressing yourself in creative ways as well. So that is going to do it for this reading, group 4. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope you guys have an amazing week for May 10th to May 16th. And I hope these messages are helpful to you. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I'm going to let you know how you can enter to win the free tarot reading write-up, where you can ask me any question and I will send you a write-up of 2 to 4 pages worth of a tarot reading. So in order to enter to win for the week of May 10th to May 16th, it's very simple. All you have to do is first like this video, comment down below and let me know which pile you chose, and also share with us your sun sign. And if you do know it as well, you can share your sun, your moon, and your rising. So let's share with each other our zodiac signs. So just post your sun sign, and then if you also know your moon and your rising sign as well, post that too. But ultimately, all you need is your sun sign in order to be entered into this giveaway as far as the comment goes. Next, be sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can join our family of celestial beings. And last but not least, please head on over to my Instagram at Celestite Tarot. Super easy to find, and just make sure you are following my Instagram if you are not already. I am looking for suggestions as well as what you would like to see more of on my Instagram page, because I'm kind of struggling with content there, and I would be curious what you guys like the most on the Instagram feeds for tarot readers, and just kind of what are your suggestions. I just want to kind of open it up and see, because I am kind of struggling with what to post that you guys would like. I'm not the best at just posting selfies all the time, so let me know your thoughts on that. You don't have to comment some suggestions, but if you do have any, I would really appreciate just kind of reading your thoughts about that. I will be announcing the winner for this reading on May 16th when I post my next weekly reading as usual. So be sure to check out next week's reading to find out if you have won the free tarot reading for this week, for the week of May 10th to May 16th. That's going to do it for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now.